Hey Shalom, I'm Amir Tsarfati. We're approaching Hanukkah, and often the world likes to think of this holiday as a sweet tradition about candles and oil. But the real story of Hanukkah is not a fairy tale. It is a story about a small nation facing a brutal foreign empire that came to destroy us. The armies of Antiochus didn't just want our land, they wanted to defile our souls. They wanted to humiliate us and erase our identity. And if you look at what Hamas did on October 7th and in the aftermath with the hostages, you realize that the spirit of that ancient enemy has returned. On October 7th, Hamas didn't just invade, they came to defile. We know this for a fact. We found phrasebooks in the pockets of the terrorists written in Hebrew. They weren't learning how to ask for water. They had phrases prepared like, "Take off your pants." They came with a premeditated plan to commit sexual terrorism against Israeli women. The evidence is undeniable, and it is shattering. We have reports of women found tied to multiple trees, naked and executed. We have evidence of unimaginable abuse, of gang rape, of bodies mutilated. Just as the armies of Antiochus defiled the Holy Temple, Hamas came to defile the sanctity of the Jewish people and the bodies of our women. But their evil is not just in their brutality. It is in their deception. For months, the world has been screaming about a hunger crisis in Gaza, blaming Israel. But what is the truth? The truth is that Hamas was hiding tons, literal tons of infant formula and nutritional shakes for children in clandestine warehouses of their own Ministry of Health. Think about that level of darkness. They deliberately withheld food from their own starving babies just to create a media disaster and blame the Jews. They sacrificed their own children's lives for a propaganda headline. This is the difference between us and them. We fight to save life. They use life as a weapon of war. We saw this absolute moral darkness in the fate of Noah Marziano. Her father, Avi, revealed the horrifying truth. Noah was murdered inside Shifa Hospital in Gaza by a civilian doctor who injected air into her veins. In their world, even doctors are murderers. And the cruelty did not end there. Her father had to discover the news of her death through a video they filmed that was circulating on Telegram. It feels like the darkest night of winter. But even in the deepest darkness, the Jewish soul refuses to be extinguished. We learn this from the 6 hostages, Hirsch, Eden, Carmel, Ori, Alex, and Almog, who were brutally, cold-bloodedly executed in the tunnels. We now know that even in the terror dungeons of Hamas, they fought to hold on to the light. Newly released footage tells us that during Hanukkah of 2023, while in captivity deep in the terror tunnels of Gaza, they tried to celebrate. They asked their captors for oxygen just so they could spark a flame. And there, in the suffocating dark, they sang a Hanukkah song together. They were murdered, yes, but the light they kindled cannot be put out. History teaches us one thing. Israel's ancient enemies are gone. Their empires are dust. but the nation of Israel lives on. Why? Not because of our military might and not just because of our spirit. We are here because of God's promise. He has a plan for this nation that no enemy can cancel. His faithfulness is the shield that has carried us through every exile and every pogrom, and He's carrying us now. They have the terror, but we have the truth. They have the tunnels, but we have the guardian of Israel, who neither slumbers nor sleeps. We will expose their lies. We will remember Noah and the six, and we will trust in the one who promises us that the light will always overcome the darkness. Just like the Maccabees, we are few against many, but the darkness is temporary. God's word is eternal, and His light will always win. Am Yisrael Chai.